Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into the world of artificial intelligence.
AI, huh? Seems everyone's buzzing about it these days.
Yeah, and for good reason. I mean, it's really starting to touch every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely. From how we work to even like the future of civilization itself, right?
Exactly. And we've got a ton of material to dig into today. Articles, research papers, even some pretty heated debates from that AI debates forum.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Some strong opinions out there.
Definitely. A lot of folks were asking, is AI going to save us, destroy us, or is it something else entirely?
The big question, right?
The big one.
Hmm.
So to kind of break it down, we're going to focus on four key areas: the ethics of AI, the future of work, safety protocols, and, get this, AI's role in a Type 1 civilization.
Whoa, type 1. Now we're getting ambitious.
I know, right? But first, let's define that. What exactly is a Type 1 civilization?
Basically, it's a civilization that can harness all the energy available on its planet. Think like controlling the weather, utilizing all resources. Pretty sci-fi stuff.
So AI could help us get there.
Some experts think so, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we got to tackle the ethics of AI. There's this new AI governance bill that's causing quite a stir.
Right, right. Everyone's talking about it. Should we be pushing for unfettered innovation, or do we need strict ethical controls to prevent misuse? It's a tough one.
Really tough. We've got Dr. Maya Chen, an AI ethics expert, arguing for strong safeguards. She's worried about AI perpetuating biases.
The biases. How so?
Well, AI systems learn from massive data sets. If those data sets contain biases, the AI will inherit them, maybe even amplify them.
I see. So, like, if an AI used for loan approvals was trained on data that historically favored certain demographics, it could unintentionally discriminate against others.
Exactly. Dr. Chen says we need clear ethical guidelines and oversight, transparency in algorithms, robust testing, that kind of thing.
Makes sense. But then you have Leo Silva, the tech entrepreneur,
Yeah.
arguing that too much regulation will stifle progress.
Right. His view is that AI is still so young, we need to let it, experiment and innovate. He's
Yeah.
worried about missing out on breakthroughs in healthcare, climate change, you name it.
So it's a balance, right? Innovation versus control. Where do you stand on this?
Honestly, it's tricky. I see both sides. We need progress, but we also need to be responsible.
Yeah, no easy answers there. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about AI and the future of work. This one hits close to home for a lot of people, especially with that news about the company automating half its workforce.
Yeah, people are nervous. Robots taking our jobs. It's a classic fear.
And it's not just blue-collar jobs anymore. AI is starting to disrupt white-collar professions too, like legal research, financial analysis.
Even some coding jobs. But amidst all the anxiety, some experts see a silver lining. Dr. Neil Patel, the futurist, he believes AI will actually create more jobs than it displaces.
More jobs. How's that?
His thinking is that AI will free us from all the boring, repetitive tasks, letting us focus on more creative, strategic stuff.
So instead of replacing us, AI will be our, super efficient assistant.
Exactly. We'll be collaborating, each doing what we're best at. And who knows, maybe this collaboration will lead to new industries we can't even imagine yet.
I like the optimism, but
What?
what about the people whose jobs are displaced in the meantime?
Right, that's a real concern. Sandra Ruiz, the labor advocate, she emphasizes the need for safety nets and retraining programs. We got to support those folks.
Definitely. Can't just focus on the shiny future and forget about the people struggling in the present.
Exactly. We need to be proactive, help people adapt to this changing landscape.
Makes you wonder, how will AI impact your career? Exciting, scary, or a bit of both?
Something to think about for sure. One thing's certain, the future of work is evolving, and AI is a big part of that evolution.
Yeah, you got to think about those folks who might be left behind, right? Absolutely. But, even if AI doesn't completely take over the job market, there's still that fear lurking in the back of everyone's minds.
You mean like the whole robots taking over the world scenario?
Exactly. The sci-fi nightmare, AI becoming so advanced it, surpasses human intelligence and decides we're obsolete.
Right, the classic Terminator scenario.
Yeah.
But in reality, we're still pretty far off from that kind of superintelligence.
Okay, good. But even if AI doesn't turn into Skynet, it could still be used for harmful purposes, even if unintentionally.
Yeah, that's a real concern. Which brings us to our next big topic, AI safety.
Right. Making sure these systems are, reliable, secure, ethical, The whole package.
Exactly. And it's a multifaceted issue. We're talking about everything from preventing AI systems from making bad decisions to protecting them from cyber attacks.
Speaking of bad decisions, remember that AI glitch during that live event a while back?
Oh, yeah. Definitely made people nervous. I mean, it wasn't a disaster, but it was a reminder that even the most sophisticated AI can still have hiccups.
Exactly. So what are we doing to prevent those hiccups from turning into, full-blown system crashes?
Well, there's a lot of research and development going on in that area. Organizations like the Partnership on AI, which includes some of the big tech companies, are working on best practices for AI development. And governments are starting to think about regulations.
It seems like a moving target, though, right?
Where
As AI gets more advanced, so do the safety challenges.
Definitely. That's why ongoing research and collaboration are so crucial. We need to be proactive, anticipate risks before they become real problems.
Speaking of anticipating the future, let's talk about something that sounds straight out of science fiction. AI and the possibility of a Type 1 civilization.
Ah, yes. The Kardashev scale. A Type 1 civilization can harness all the energy on its planet. Pretty mind-blowing, right?
Totally. And some experts believe AI could be the key to getting us there.
Exactly. Imagine AI coordinating global energy grids, predicting natural disasters, helping us create sustainable food systems.
Sounds like a utopian dream. But wouldn't that require giving AI a lot of control? I mean, who would be in charge? A global governing body? Tech companies?
That's a big question, and there's no easy answer. We wouldn't want to create an all-powerful AI that's susceptible to corruption or misuse.
It's like that saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. And that responsibility goes beyond just managing resources. It also includes ethical considerations.
Yeah.
How do we ensure that AI's decisions are fair and equitable? How do we prevent AI from perpetuating existing social inequalities?
We wouldn't want to create a Type 1 civilization that only benefits a select few, right?
Right. We need to be thinking about these ethical implications now before we reach that level of technological advancement.
So it's not just about building a super smart AI, but a super responsible one.
Well said.
Yeah.
And speaking of responsibility, I think we need to address the elephant in the room. The potential for AI to be used for military purposes.
Yeah, that's a big one. Autonomous weapon systems.
Mm.
Killer robots. It's the stuff of nightmares.
It's a topic that sparks a lot of debate. Some argue that autonomous weapons could actually reduce civilian casualties by making warfare more precise. Others say it's a terrifying prospect, giving machines the power to decide who lives and who dies.
It seems like a moral minefield.
It is. We need to carefully consider the risks and benefits, the ethical implications. It's not a decision to be taken lightly.
And let's not forget about AI in healthcare. That's another area where it's making waves.
Huge waves. We're talking about personalized treatments, faster diagnoses, even potentially curing diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries.
It all sounds incredible. Are there any real-world examples of AI being used in healthcare right now?
Oh, tons. AI is already being used to analyze medical images like X-rays and scans to help doctors detect diseases earlier. It's being used to develop personalized treatment plans based on a patient's genetic profile. There are even AI-powered robots assisting surgeons in the operating room.
Wow. It's amazing how far AI has come in such a short time. But even in healthcare, there are ethical concerns, right?
Of course. Data privacy is a big one. AI systems in healthcare rely on huge amounts of patient data, and it's crucial that this information is protected. We also need to be mindful of algorithmic bias, making sure these systems don't perpetuate existing inequalities in healthcare.
So ensuring that AI is used responsibly in healthcare is just as important as developing the technology itself.
Absolutely. It's about improving health outcomes for everyone, not just a select few.
Well said. And I think that's a good place to pause for a moment. When we come back, we'll dive into some more philosophical questions about AI. Like, how is it changing our understanding of creativity? And what does it mean to be intelligent in the age of artificial intelligence? Stay with us. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've talked about ethics, jobs, safety, pretty much the whole AI spectrum.
Yeah, it's been quite a ride so far.
It has. But before we wrap up, I want to touch on something that always fascinates me, AI and creativity.
Ah, yeah. AI making music, art, even writing poetry. It's pretty wild.
Exactly. Kind of blows my mind. I mean, can machines really be creative? Or are they just mimicking what they've learned from humans?
It's a good question. And honestly, I don't think there's a simple answer. Some people see it as a threat, machines replacing human artists. But I think it's more about collaboration.
Collaboration, how so?
Well, think of AI as a new tool in the artist's toolbox. It can help generate ideas, explore new styles, push the boundaries of what's possible.
So like a painter using AI to create different variations of a concept, or a musician using AI to compose a melody.
Exactly. The AI isn't replacing the artist, it's augmenting their abilities, helping them reach new creative heights.
It's almost like AI is expanding our definition of what it means to be creative.
I think you're right. And that leads to an even bigger question. What does it mean to be intelligent in the age of AI?
Ooh, that's a deep one.
It is. We tend to think of intelligence as a uniquely human trait. But as AI systems become more sophisticated, it really challenges that notion.
Right. They can solve problems, learn, even create. In some ways, they're starting to look a lot like us.
And that makes us question our own definition of intelligence. What makes us unique? What does it truly mean to be human in a world where machines are becoming increasingly capable?
It's like AI is forcing us to look in the mirror and ask ourselves some really fundamental questions about who we are.
Exactly. And those are questions we need to keep asking as AI continues to evolve.
So, circling back to where we started, is AI our salvation, our downfall, or something in between?
I think it's all of the above. AI has incredible potential to solve some of our biggest problems, but it also comes with risks.
It's a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It all depends on us, the humans, behind the technology.
Well said. We need to approach AI with a sense of responsibility, with a clear understanding of both its possibilities and its limitations.
And with a healthy dose of curiosity and wonder, I'd say.
That-
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI. It's been a fascinating conversation, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
Me too. Thanks for joining us.
And be sure to tune in next time for another deep dive into a topic that's shaping our future. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those minds engaged.